Media.
Okay.
KCR is an opportunity to jumpstart your career. Go to kcr.sdsu.edu/apply for more info on how to get involved. Trying to get on the campus Snap Story? Start by listening to KCR. You're listening to the #1 college station in the nation, KCR Radio.
Go ahead. Make my day.
San Diego State University is proud to present the award-winning Sound of State, KCR Radio. Voted 2016 Best College Station in the Nation by the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System.
Are you tired of the same old not-so-scary haunt? Then come to Scotty's Scare Trail, East County's only haunt and San Diego's scariest. Located at the abandoned Marshall Scotty's Amusement Park in El Cajon, open Friday through Sunday from 7 to 11 p.m. Check out scaretrail.com for more info.
I feel like this year is really about the year of just realizing stuff.
We know it's hard to keep up.
And everyone around me, we're all just realizing things.
But we're not slowing down. Voted 2016 Best College Station in the Nation by the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System. Yeah, we know. Pretty cool, right?
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup.
You gotta check out KCR.
You wanna go do karate in the garage? Yup.
This is KCR, the Sound of State.
You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, blow my mind. Boom, boom, blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage. Nobody's ever been. Oh. Do I gotta chase you every summer? Can I have to replace you every summer? You're the only woman on my mind. You're the only way I spend my time. Tick, 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 boom. Can't get you out of the room of my head. This take two, is it too soon to get you into my bed? I want you now, I need you off the ground. I want you screaming out loud. I want your body right now, I can't have it right now.
You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, and blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage. Nobody's ever been. Do I gotta face you with another? I'll never replace you with another. You're the only man that's on my mind. You know that nobody hit it right. Tick, 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 boom. This ain't a honeymoon. We all night instead. Sleep until noon. I still assume that you'll be in my bed. I want it here. Don't make me wait all year. Already facing my fears. Come closer to my ears. I gotta hear it more clear.
You're the only one that makes me wait all the time.
Oh yeah, blow my mind.
Boom, boom, blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage. Nobody's ever been. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time.
Oh yeah, blow my mind.
Boom, boom, blow my mind. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, blow my mind. Blow my mind. Blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage. Nobody's ever been. I got misled, mistook, discard anything that I said. See, I'm not the type to call you up drunk, but I got some lies to tell. She hates her work but loves to flirt. It's a shame she don't work with me. And she gets uptight, don't like when I'm gone, but she won't let on to me. I said I'm only looking out for you. She said it's obvious that's a lie, but I only ever put out for you. You know it's obvious you don't try. I got mistook and took the scent, and it's not as if you didn't notice, but I try to stay clear of this place. Run up and nothing to show for it. You never got that from me. She said you never got that from me. She said you never got that from me. Oh, but I said you got that look from me. I said I'm only looking out for you. She said it's obvious that's a lie, but I only ever put out for you. You know it's obvious you don't try. I said I'm only looking out for you. She said it's obvious that's a lie, but I only ever put out for you. You know it's obvious you don't try. I got misled, mistook, discard anything that I said. See, I'm not the type to call you up drunk, but I got some lies to tell.
I feel, I have a sense of there being a particular sort of, how do we say, a center of something, some sort of sensitive core inside the skin. And that corresponds to the word I. Let's take a look at this.
I like girls all day, all night. If she got arms and legs, then bingo, she's my type, oh yeah. Uppers and downers at the same damn time. The mushroom cats with the cocaine lines, oh yeah. Curry chicken, easy cheese, chili pepper, soda squeeze, yeah. Lava lips, rainy days, Halle Berry, purple haze, yeah. I like taking long hot showers in the darkness, scrubbing myself with Dove soap. I like hopping in a Uber, pretending I'm a crackhead for the full ride, scratching my neck, itching, sneezing. UFOs, lucid dreams, dirty chucks, Phantom jeans, yeah. Yoga under Stevie Nicks, baby waves, naked pics, yeah. I like the smell of gasoline, the taste of syrup on the peak, the feel of getting my hair cut, the look of Venice on LSD. I like it. Who like it? Who like it? I like it.
Is a hallucination. That is to say, a false sense of personal identity.
Hey, this is KCR College Radio, and I'm your host, DJ Christian Lee. This is my show, All Ears on Lee. Can you guys hear yourselves?
Oh, yes, yeah, we can.
Testing. Can you guys hear yourselves? You good?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
All right, perfect. All right, and so, yeah, this is my show, All Ears on Liam, but we're doing a special segment of Undiscovered First, and we're here with the band Lads Holiday. So the people here, you could introduce yourselves.
Oh, thank you, Christian. So my name's Liam, and I'm the lead singer of Lads Holiday. And this is my guitarist, Cody Seeger. But he's not from England. He's from Chicago, so Chicago.
Oh, really?
We're both transplants.
Yeah, but neither of us are natives. Although our bassist Skylar is, and John as well, both. Yeah, the other two are native San Diegans. Is that right?
Really?
Yeah, which is super rare. It was like finding a unicorn when I first moved here. It was like you could meet, you'd meet one, you'd be like, oh, you're actually born here, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Pretty strange. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting because when I think reading up about you guys a little bit, it said like, oh, the band was like a San Diego, Los Angeles like hybrid.
Yeah,
it's kind of how we market it. And with Liam's like British, like Manchester roots too. We throw that in there a little bit.
Yeah, of course, you got that.
True, yeah. I think it's one of those things as well. Is and now we've got a settled lineup and we're all like very happy with what's going on. But originally, when you first start a band, you go through different people and you go back and forth. But now we're settled and it's awesome,
Yeah, it's been about 2 years in the making, and we're finally got our set lineup, and
yeah,
we're in a good spot.
It's starting to come together. Well, we think so anyway, but we might be wrong. We could suck. You never know. But yeah, we're mainly around San Diego more so than LA right now. But that's just because we're all in San Diego and it's a lot easier. The plan is that we will end up going up the coast, I think, at some point. But after this new EP drops, that'll be we'll kind of tour that. I think is the idea. Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we move on with the interview, too, I just want to say your accent is amazing.
Thank you,
Very
Christian.
captivating.
It's a Chicago accent.
Yeah. Mine's pretty decent too.
Yeah. Not too bad.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah. No, that's awesome.
I mean, nothing beats Chicago, right?
Thank you.
That's cheered me up after finding that parking. Yeah.
We're both gonna have
the
tickets.
SDSU parking situation. Well, what's that about? Oh man.
All right, then let's move on with the interview. We gotta make this faster.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Liam likes to talk, so just cut him off.
Yeah, cut me off. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me start off with the first question. So, what was a song when you were a kid that made you want to get into music?
Oh man, that's a great question, but a tough question.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think for me it was probably Mbop by Hanson. But, no.
Hanson, wow.
I think in all seriousness, I don't think personally I could point to one song. Growing up, I think the band that inspired me to get into music most was. I listened to classic rock and everything, but Blink-182 for me.
Okay, of course.
I started playing bass, and my best friend at the time played guitar, and we wanted to be a Blink-182 cover band, and we'd go sit in his little basement and try to learn covers and watch the Blink documentary. So that kind of inspired me to get into music. But I've got so many different musical influences, and Liam does too, and I'm interested to hear his response.
That's a tough one because when I was growing up, it was all like metal and a little bit of like classic rock and stuff like that. But to be honest, mainly things like Queen and stuff like that. That was my original love, like classic rock, all that kind of stuff. And then as I got a little bit older, just a little bit more towards like Arctic Monkeys and a little bit more like indie rock, which is what we do now. That's my final landing place after everything that I've, everyone, you have your stages when you're a teenager and stuff. But yeah.
And also, it's funny because we're all from different musical backgrounds. Skylar plays in his own band, Skylar Lutz, and they're reggae rock. And then our drummer, John, is a classically trained jazz musician. He plays in a jazz band. So
he's the only real musician in the band. So, like, seriously.
It's kind of unique when we come together and we're finalizing songs and stuff because everyone's different musical influences adds a little bit of different flavor and coloring to our final product, which is unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound very unique. Yeah, all of you guys come from like different backgrounds. And
and as I said, John the drummer just keeps us on time. We're always kind of like
that's always good to have for songs.
Yeah, well, I thought when he's
performers first, musicians second.
Exactly. Yeah. We can always become better musicians, but it's all about the performance, to be honest.
Okay. And then we could get into more about the band in a little bit too, but all of us we're in San Diego right now, and so I feel like this is a good question to ask. What's the best place to get a California burrito in San Diego?
Oh my gosh, this is a great question.
That's such a great question. These guys are gonna love us for that.
There's this place in Pacific Beach called Romero's. Love Romero's.
Oh,
They have a burrito named after me. It's called the Codyfornia. It's
seriously,
this
Wait,
is
really?
actual
Yeah,
real
yeah.
thing. You can go and see Alberto, and he'll tell you.
Yeah, you order
Codyfornia is a real
Codyfornia.
burrito, and it's the best burrito you can get in
It's,
San Diego.
What's in it?
It's a California burrito with extra guac and add bacon, and it's
Oh,
amazing.
Was it named after you?
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
I believe I got it after the bars a few too many times.
Yeah.
We started to call it a Codyfornia.
We've been there too many times, yeah. Honestly, I've turned up drunk and said, can I get a Codifornia?
Well,
And
Liam's
Cody-
also allergic to guac. So.
Yeah, which,
What?
Yeah, so he always
Which
makes the
which
joke,
is-
extra guac for you, and I'm like, no, don't do that, no. I don't want my throat closing up.
So shout out to Romero's and the
Yeah.
Codyfornia.
That's true,
Wow,
yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, so if you find yourself in PB, you get to Romero's and order a Codifornia. If you like bacon on your burrito, but
Well, now I know what to get when I'm in PV next time. That's perfect.
yeah. Mate, it's honestly awesome. Yeah, good hangover cure too. So.
Okay, now let's go back to the origins of Lad's Holiday.
All right.
And so, who doesn't know that you and Cody, you both found each other through Craigslist, and you guys were. Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds kind of weird, but
Yeah,
No,
it does. Yeah, not for
and
any
so
weird
you
reasons.
guys-
I have to say. Yeah.
you guys met because you were both trying out for a band. Was that it?
Yeah, so I had found this band. I moved here about 4 years ago, and I'd been looking to play in bands. I was just doing kind of open mics and things on my own, and I finally found this band on Craigslist. They seemed like cool guys, so I had joined the band as the bassist, and I'd been playing with them for about a month, and we were looking for a lead singer. We found Liam. Well, we had like 4 or 5 practices together, playing the same 4 songs over and over, and there were songs that we didn't write. So we kind of had a band meeting, so to speak, and we're like, hey guys, we would love to have a little bit of creative influence. Can we write a song together as a band just to show you what we bring to the table, not necessarily the songs that you guys are having us play? And the result of that meeting was basically said, no, you guys joined our band. These are the songs we're going to play. And we're just like, all right, let's screw this. Let's start our own project. Liam and I started doing some covers and putting them up on YouTube and whatnot. And then
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
Yeah, we started writing songs together. And the first song that we wrote together was "Leaving You." Liam had flipped to a page in my old lyric book, and he pointed to the line. He's like, "Mate, I like that line. That's a good line."
I love his impression of it. It never gets old, mate.
Oh, mate, that's a great line.
Thanks. Spot on.
What's the line? The city's changed so fast, and that smile looks like it might last.
Yeah,
night.
that was it.
Let's,
I like
let's
that
write a
line,
song
yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened.
Yeah, that's a very good summation of what happened. Yeah.
And then so then I actually met Skylar on Instagram and John on Instagram, and we've gone through 4 drummers now, and we've landed on John, and he's just he's a keeper, that's for sure.
Yeah, the days of pulling things off a lamppost and like going and meeting someone's over now. I think it's all about Instagram and like everything else now. Like it's not like the old school rockers where they just met.
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's a great lineup.
No, it's
and
awesome,
We're
man.
finding our sound finally.
Yeah, we're all very happy and it's settled, and that's the only thing. It's been like a year and a half or just over now, and it's finally just awesome to be settled. Like everybody's happy. We're all pulling in the same direction, and it's so rare to have that, and
Yeah.
it's awesome. So
And it's crazy how you guys seem to have great chemistry because, like I said earlier, you guys met through Craigslist and then you guys
Yeah.
found your other members through Instagram.
yeah.
It's crazy how like social media and just like technology now,
it is weird. Yeah, it's very strange.
and like
how
a band could form just like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I felt a little awkward about it at first, but now
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
how else I would have
do you know
about
when
it.
I first met Cody, when I went to that audition, I was auditioning to be the lead singer of the band that he was in that he mentioned. And I was like fresh off the boat. Like I I didn't have a driver's license. Like I had to have someone drop me off at the house, and I didn't know these people, never met them, so it was like super shady. And then I get there, and they're all awesome, and we're like, hey, look, let's do some stuff, So looking back, it's like if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have met Cody, I wouldn't have met all the friends I have, and now we have the band, and it's just for that one moment of being like, screw it, let's take a shot kind of thing. So I'm glad I did that. And I responded to the email, I think it was about 2 a.m. as well.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, I was like, I might go to bed, I don't know. Oh, this looks cool. Yeah.
Okay, well, before we move on to our next question, too, I need to know, Cody, what was your first impression of Liam?
That's the L.
He's a tall British dude.
Yeah. Yes, it's all fish.
No, he was a sound guy. We kind of hit each other up on Facebook before, I think, or maybe after the first, just because I wanted to kind of get a feel for him, and I wasn't really clicking with the other two, so I was like, I kind of had this thought in the back of my mind, maybe we can spin off and do something.
Yeah.
But no, it was positive, and we've become best friends since then, and we're always getting it each other's throats and annoying each other, but it's all for the sake of music. And
I feel like we're on
it's great.
Oprah right now. We're airing our dirty laundry now. We're like, so yeah, what did you think about me, Cody? Why don't you tell me?
I mean, I can tell you guys are
Positive
close
things.
friends too, because look how you guys are dressed.
I know.
I
would like.
Well, this is radio, but for
Yeah, I
people
know
who
they
don't
don't know, yeah.
Well, we got the GoPro over there.
Yeah.
Liam showed up in the same.
They're both wearing.
Same.
Same denim shirt.
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah.
Okay. And so the band's name is Lads Holiday, and that is a concept, not really familiar in America. And so, can you explain to me what it is?
Yeah, I can. So as I said, when I first got here and I didn't know anyone and everything, and Cody goes, if you want to like meet some cool people or friends of mine and stuff, we're having like a dude's weekend, away at like where was it? Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, it's awesome. He said, we've got this house and we're gonna have a house party.
What do you mean, mate? Like a lad's holiday?
I said, yeah, like, oh, you mean like a lad's holiday? And he was like, what the hell is a lad's holiday? And so I explained the concept of it. Yeah, like you're a lad, I'm a lad. and
Yeah.
Holiday being like a vacation. Yeah, that's
And
very
cracked
English
up,
thing.
and I said, that's the band name right there.
Yeah,
And so,
'cause after they go, oh, last holiday? No, lads. Once you say lads and they've got it and they know it, they don't forget it. So
Yeah.
it's it works.
And so I'm guessing you guys have been like on a couple of Lads Holidays together, right?
We've been a few places now. Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some good times.
But
GTs.
All right. Well, I think that's enough for right now. We'll be back to interview them more, but let's play some of their songs. And you know what? Let's play Leaving You. That's a good one.
Alrighty.
Let's play that, and we'll be back soon, guys. You guys sit tight.
This city's changed so fast. The smile looks like it might last. Just things I wanna change about you. That you promised me that we'll work through. And that look when you're mad. Cause I'm 10 bits down on your side. That I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you now. My friends tell me it's not okay. You play the same damn games. My head's a mess. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's funny how times can change. It seems so strange. I hope it's not just me. I know it's not just me. Not me. No. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you now. Now I'm drunk and I think I'm missing you, but it's everything you do. I'm so upset, wide awake, not thinking straight. It's you that I don't miss. Just the thought of being happy, yes if we were. Just cut the lights and go to bed. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you now. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you. I'm leaving you, leaving you now. coming down, coming around, oh, missing you or missing something. Throw a few back, gives me nothing. Heart is numb, overconsumption, full of regret, full of aggression. Don't call it a heartbreak, 'cause I'm coming around. Just tell me you need me, I'll hear a sound. Don't call it a heartbreak, 'cause I'm coming around. Just tell me you need me, I'll hear a sound. Heartbreak, heartbreak. Heartbreak, heartbreak. Now I need loving, but not from you. A little something to keep us blue. Breathing deep, close your eyes. Memories blank of you and I. Fake that smile, it takes a while to pass the feeling of you and I. You and I, you and I. Don't call it a heartbreak, 'cause I'm coming around. Just tell me you need me, I'll hear a sound. Don't call it a heartbreak, 'cause I'm coming around. Just tell me you need me, I'll hear a sound. Don't call it a heartbreak, 'cause I'm coming around. Just tell me you need me, I'll hear a sound. Don't call it a heartbreak, 'cause I'm coming around. Just tell me you need me, I'll hear a sound. Don't call it a heartbreak, 'cause I'm coming around. Just tell me you need me, I'll hear a sound. Don't call it a heartbreak, 'cause I'm coming around. Just tell me you need me, I'll hear a sound.
Hey, hey, hey.
There you go.
You're listening to KCR, the award-winning Sound of State, and I'm continuing my interview with the band Lads Holiday. But before I do that, let's do some ads. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, so it's Thursday. People are hungry, and if you're hungry, enjoy new variety and satisfy your taste buds with Dickie's Barbecue Pit, located in East Commons, serving great pulled pork, beef brisket, and a ton of sides. It's a great treat for the week. And will I get that later after the show? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a good place. And last but not least, visit the SDSU Career Center when planning for life after college. For decades, Career Services has provided students with excellent programs, internships, and jobs that jumpstart a successful career path. And let's segue that into a question. I actually have a personal question for Cody.
All right.
And so where do you work at, Cody?
I work for a large healthcare company by the name of MedCore.
And how long have you been working there? And how did you get into there?
4 years now. I interned with them in college and had a career opportunity moving forward. So it's
and they moved you to San Diego?
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. My goal was to find a job that brought me to San Diego after college.
It worked out then.
It worked out.
And you're actually the director of sales there too.
Yes.
Is that true?
I'm the regional practice director for sales for half of the country, for the division that I work in.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
That's my big boy job.
Big boy job, yeah.
To help fund the band.
Yeah. He's the only responsible adult.
That's good.
Loosely.
Yeah. Loosely, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not on the weekends. Yeah.
Thanks, Liam.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, you seem like a fantastic salesman, and your job seems great. So how do you juggle, your career in music and your career in MedCore?
I mean, work is, I really love what I do, and I love what I sell, and I believe in it. But music's always been my passion. So it's really easy for me when I have spare time, outside of work, to work on music. I'm always driven musically because it's what I really love to do. I don't really watch much TV. Don't do much other than work on music. Really, I mean, yeah, we go out on the weekends, we have a good time, but any free time I have, it's usually dedicated to songwriting and working on our EP that. Like a lot of these songs I wrote almost over a year ago now, so they're finally coming to fruition, and it's a long process of writing and fine tuning and working with these guys on stuff. So it's what I love to do, and any spare time I have, it's really directed towards working on music.
Yeah. And those songs that you just played, "Leaving You" and that we wrote those like a year and a bit ago. Now it's like
almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's nearly 2 years ago now. Like it's about time we got all the new stuff. Because as he says, like he's spending half his time, it's not so much just writing, but working on his tone. Like finding your guitar tone is such a big part of being a lead guitarist, and his tone now is just so good. He's figured out exactly what he needs to sound like, and it makes such a big difference. Having such a tight drummer now, and having a guitar tone, and me finding my voice and our style. It's come a long way from where we were, and that's why we're super excited about what's coming up now.
Yeah, everything's finally coming together, clicking.
The stars are aligning. Yeah, nice. That's the plan anyway. It could go completely wrong, but we'll know.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there's actually a very interesting and popular picture of the band too. All of you guys wearing tropical shirts, getting hit in the face with a pineapple.
Oh yeah.
Can you explain that picture?
So. The pineapples are kind of our logo, and I just had an idea. We needed some marketing pictures at the time, and I'm like, all right, well let's go pick up some pineapples, Liam, and let's bring them to band practice. And outside the studio where we practice at Skylar's, there's that big wall with the greenery on it.
Okay.
And we were just taking some normal pictures, and I just thought a hilarious idea. I'm like, hey guys, you guys are gonna think we're crazy. Let's throw pineapples at our faces and get pictures of it.
And just for the record, don't do that. It hurts. They're a lot more spiky than you think they are when they're getting thrown at your face.
Spiky,
We have some funny slow-mo videos.
Yeah, there is some real,
I think I've only seen one. I think it was just you getting in the face. Yeah, I think that was on the Facebook page for the band.
There's somewhere, do you know when you see really good slow-mos and you can kind of see that the head, like the skull moving, then the skin kind of thing.
The chubby cheeks that I had.
Everything's just moving around. Yeah, it's not flattering at all. But that's the best thing. That's a really good the studio we record in. As he says, he has the big green wall there and he has the ramp outside.
Oh, so that's Skylar studio too?
Yeah, that's Skylar. Yeah, Skylar lives there, and that's his studio. Or he produces a lot of other artists there too, including his own.
Wait, is it in San Diego or in LA?
That's in San Diego.
Yeah,
that's in basically Sunset Cliffs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I was thinking because when I read that, I'm like, is it Sunset Cliffs or Sunset Boulevard?
Sunset Cliffs.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Sunset Boulevard.
And let's move on to the next one too. And so you guys played around. You've played in a bunch of venues in San Diego. What would you say is your favorite venue to play at?
Oh, that's
so far.
That's a really good question. We played Music Box. I really like that because of the layers of.
Yeah, I think Music Box by far has the best sound that we played at.
It is nice. Yeah.
But I mean.
It depends on it's between. I mean, the best. There's two questions really: the best venue or the best show. That's two different questions. I'd say Music Box was the best venue, and I loved it, and it was awesome.
But we were still fairly new at the time.
Yeah. Okay. And since then we've played some shows that have been. We played the Voodoo Room at House of Blues.
Nice.
That was super.
And we're
chill.
gonna be playing there next Friday as well.
Yeah. Shout out for that. Yeah, next Friday at the. Is it the Voodoo Room? Yeah. Voodoo Room.
We'll definitely mention that again at the end of the show.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
but I mean,
you have to remind me.
we love playing in Pacific Beach because we have a lot of fans that are based there, and it's really easy for them to come out.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we play a lot of shows at 710 Beach Club. That's kind of our home venue. We get shows there once every other month and a half or so. We kind of space them out a bit.
So you guys kind of have a residency
there.
Yeah,
we kind of do.
Yeah.
It's a fun time playing there, and we have a lot of friends and fans that come out. So.
Yeah, and the aforementioned Electric Mud played there quite a lot
they're
as well.
They're kind of our band buddies where we
nice.
We market shows together, and we play a lot of stuff. So.
I'll definitely have to listen to them after the show.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, they're very rock and rolly. We're a lot more rocky. They're a lot more straight rock and roll. Old school. So yeah, but they're cool to hang out with. Good guys. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, that's good to hear. Yeah. And so you guys been a band for how long? 2-3 years?
A little over 2 years.
Little over 2 years. Yeah, because I've been in the country about 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's about right. Yeah. I
And
came
so-
2015, early 2015. Yeah. So it's weird to say 2 years, isn't it? Like, that's really weird.
That sounds like
when
an
you get those
anniversary or
Facebook
something.
things where it comes up and it's like, here's a picture from 2
Yeah.
years ago or whatever, and I'm like, I didn't know you then. Like, it still feels like I still feel like they're gonna send me back any second. It's yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's been a year and a half since we put out our EP, surprisingly. So
That's great. Yeah, year and a half
Wow.
since that. Yeah, so it's been a long time coming now. This new stuff.
Yeah, and so you guys had an EP to drop, a year and a half ago, and I think it's safe to say you guys have another one on the way soon.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been
I'm not gonna give you a date, but I'm gonna say November.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out in November.
awesome. Yeah, but I know
Yeah.
you guys been working all year on this too, and you guys have definitely grown in popularity since back then to now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you guys even have your own mascot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paco
Yeah,
the
Paco.
pineapple.
Yeah.
And so how did that happen?
Well, our logo is the pineapples, and Paco I was just like thinking of hilarious things online, and we were thinking of like music video ideas and whatnot, and I found this pineapple costume. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is
Big
great.
pineapple costume.
So we bring it to all the shows, and we just let our fans wear it and dance around in
Awesome.
it, and it's just kind of funny. And then
Yeah.
sits on stage half the time and stares at us. It's kind of creepy, but it's just really funny at the same time.
Yeah, and the first time we did that as well, I remember we put it at the front of the stage. I thought, I wonder how many. I don't know if anyone's going to be interested in putting that on. And then, like after a few songs or whatever, literally everyone, they're putting it
Yeah.
on and dancing around and getting, everyone has a good time. So it's
Pretty comical.
yeah, it is pretty funny. To be fair.
If it's there at the show at the House of Blues, maybe I'll come too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wear it.
So was the ladies as well. It was just see like
It's a popular costume.
like female legs coming out the bottom of this giant pineapple.
We
It's
get
kinda
multiple
confusing.
people in it at the same time. It's
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
Our shows get fun.
Okay, and so I think it's safe to say that the 1975 that's a huge influence on the band.
Mm-hmm.
And so I noticed too there was a picture with like them with your hat.
Yep.
Like,
Um,
can you explain that?
So, 1975 has been a huge influence of mine. I found them probably about 8 to 10 years ago when they were a different band name at the time, and I've kind of followed their progress since, and they've just extremely blown up. And I have one of them on a Snapchat, I think, or Instagram.
Oh, nice.
And I saw that they were in Pacific Beach, and I was working from home that day, and I was like, oh my gosh, where are they? And I'm like, PB's not that big, so I literally started driving around. And I figured out they were playing this thing for 91X. I found out where it was, and I went outside. And we've been on 91X before, so I kind of just started talking to the guys, seeing if I could get in to see. They did like 3 acoustic songs or 3 stripped down songs. The guy's like, just hang out afterwards. Like, their bouncer is pretty strict about the guest list, so just hang out and you can talk to them after. So they were walking out, and I had a conversation with them, and I gave them our band's hats with the pineapples on it, and they're super sound guys. They're like, hey, mate, you want to take a picture with us? I'm like, absolutely. He's like, we got to be a little like hush-hush about this because we didn't let any of those people that wanted to take pictures. So I just snapped a selfie with them, and I saw them that night, and it was a cool moment. They were super nice guys.
Yeah, you rang me. I was up in Encinitas or Escondido or somewhere. He goes, Liam, you got to get down here, like Matty and blah, blah, blah. You need to come meet up with him. I'm like, what, the boys from 975? You go, no. And then I'm like trying to get my stuff together, like trying to get ready. And next thing I know, he just sends me a picture of him and them. And I'm just like, oh, no.
Wow. Did he ask you to be part of the band too? Or?
I wish.
Yeah, I'd have been on my own if they'd have asked him that. Yeah. I'd have been gone.
I feel strongly like we'll meet them someday again.
Yeah. One day, yeah.
Hey, maybe it's written in the stars. You already met them once. Maybe soon you'll open for them, or
Yeah.
they'll open for you.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know
I
about
mean,
that.
yeah, that would be amazing.
It would be really sick. I feel like we get along with them, but
yeah, Catfish and the Bottleman's another one that
Yeah,
I met
Catfish.
after their first show here just briefly, and
Oh, yeah, you saw them
such a good
early. Yeah,
band.
you saw them really
they're,
early.
They're probably my biggest current influence on the stuff that we're writing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're really good. And Cody, it's so funny, when I moved here, Cody introduced me to a bunch of English bands. It was really weird, Like, it's just bizarre. Like, I come here and he goes, oh, do you know this band? And I'm like, no, are they Americans? Like, no, they're English. And I'm like, oh, well, they're awesome. And then he'll show me, Catfish and the Bottlemen. And I'm like, oh, are these American? No, they're from, like, Manchester, where you're from. I'm like, how does this, like, guy from Chicago know all these English bands? What's going on? But then they're all awesome. And now I'm obviously massive fans of both of them. And as you say, like, Catfish and the Bottlemen is, like, the main influencer on us. Like, that's the new kind of wave of bringing rock back, I think. That's the new thing, I think. Yeah, and it's very festival. I like to call it like kind of festival music, where it's
Festival
like
rock,
getting people bouncing, 4 on the floor, anyone can dance to it, kind of thing,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to stretch.
No, it's fine. I need a good stretch.
Okay, and so we have a couple more minutes before I'll play some more music for you guys, and let's move to another segment. It's more like a personal Q&A about you guys. You know, I found some stuff about you guys. I'll ask, and let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll start off with Liam because I already asked you a few questions earlier, Cody. So Liam, how did you end up in San Diego?
Okay, so I was in a band in England, and it was doing like pretty well. We were getting a lot of gigs, and basically my parents had moved out here like 4 years ago, and they'd always said, oh, you know. They didn't really tell me that I could get a visa to come over here. The visa process is unbelievably difficult. And they never really said anything. I had a long-term girlfriend for 4 years. And when we broke up, my stepdad rung me up like straight away, said, you can move to San Diego. Like he waited, he didn't tell me while I was with her because that would be obviously, I'm not going to just leave her and come to San Diego. So so he rung me and said, yo, we can sort this out and get you, So I went to the embassy and I moved over here legally as a student. So that's my... if anyone from the NSA is listening, no.
You're still studying,
He's here on a student visa.
Yeah, I'm here on a student visa. I'm doing a business degree, but my entire focus is on the music. That's what I came here for. I came here with the idea of putting a band together. That was the main focus, Find someone and hope that we have the same kind of vision and idea. And it just happens that one of the first people I met wanted to do the same thing I wanted to do, and we both, come from a business like background. I used to work in similar kind of work in England, so we have a lot in common that way. So our approach to it, like the branding and everything else is good. I'd say it's good. I don't know.
Yeah,
people seem to like our pineapple hats.
It's pretty compatible.
Yeah, it works.
And anything that we do argue about is because we want it to be perfect.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is when people don't like the sound of their own voice, or they don't like when people take pictures. It's like that with the music. You start writing, you listen to it, and you go, it's not good enough. But that's good that we're both like that. We're not. We want it to be better constantly. So, but yeah, that's the main reason I'm in San Diego.
Okay,
it's just a former band. Yeah.
And you talked about you had a former band back in UK too. So let me see. Okay, what's the significance of the band like Roadkill Revenge to you?
Okay, so this is really, really interesting. I'll tell you this. So my uncle, who's now in his 60s, he's been in bands for years and years and years, and that was one of his bands from honestly more than decades ago. And my older cousin, he took over as the lead singer of that band, and they're doing fantastically well. Mainly covers, doing shows everywhere. Got a good following, always good energy on stage, very energetic, not shy at all. Just that's where the whole idea of us having energy on stage came from, that was my influence. And my cousin, he rings me up, when I was 18, he rings me up, he goes, Liam, I want you to try out for the band. I came and auditioned, I just wasn't good enough, I wasn't focused enough. And he came back to me when I was like 20, 21, because I'd put up some YouTube videos just of myself.
Yeah.
And he said, dude, your voice has got so much better than it used to be, and your guitar and everything. He said, just come try out with us again. And then I went and did that, and the rest was history. We did, one or two shows every weekend for a year. Then eventually the whole band kind of lived in a house together, a big house together, with my uncle who used to be in the band. And it was just an awesome environment for creating and jamming and having a good time. And that was the influence. Like we all had camaraderie. We were all friends outside of it. When we weren't playing together, we were drinking together or hanging out together. And that's what I wanted when I came here. I said that to you, Cody. I said like anyone who's in the band, I want to be able to be friends with them outside. Otherwise it just doesn't work. Coming together, doing the show, and going away doesn't work.
That's like a business relationship.
And you don't want that. Especially if we're planning on doing shows and doing a tour or going up the West Coast or whatever. You want to be able to hang out with the dude, and it's that's what I'm saying. Is like now that it's settled, I feel like that's we're all happy with what's going on, and we're all pulling in the same direction, and we're all very positive about it, and we can all see the progress we've made in such a small amount of time. So it's really exciting. So yeah. To answer your question, a lot of what I do now comes from that band. Is the stage presence and my cousin taught me everything. He taught me microphone technique. He taught me just basic things. How to put up a mic stand. All these little things you just don't think about when you're at home. You get on a stage and suddenly you've got to plug all these things in and do all this stuff. And now I feel like I know it a lot better anyway. Yeah.
Whoops. Okay.
Yeah.
And just a real quick question too. Do you think all the members of Lads Holiday, you think you guys live in a house together? Would that happen?
I don't know about Cody. He needs his space sometimes. No, you never know. To be fair, I would like that. A lot of the bands, that are doing well in San Diego, kind of do that. The Very Golds, they have a place in
really?
PB. Yeah, they all hang. I think most of them are in. At least a couple of them are in one house together.
You've been there.
Yeah. They're really cool guys.
I think ideally that would be awesome for the songwriting process, and I would like to live probably in a house together for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And write our first full-length album. That would be amazing. If that's going to happen someday, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just having the instruments set up and ready to go at any point. You know, like it's one of those things. Is a time limit kills creativity. Like if you say we have to have it, like when he said we don't want to give you a date on the EP because if we do that, it's kind of like, oh, we have to write something. Whereas it's like sometimes you just go, hey, I just came up with this, and you know, like you have to have all the stuff set up and ready just to plug in and go. You know, and that would be awesome. Yeah, like as you say, a couple of months and stuff, that would be awesome. Yeah.
All right, and I have one last question for you, and this one it's kind of a lighthearted question, so let's see how this goes. So, have you ever taken a dump in your own back garden before?
Yes. Absolutely, yeah, I have, and
yes,
it was yes, it was at that house with my old band in England.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
It was after a show. Yeah, we locked ourselves out. Yeah, that's gonna come back to haunt me, isn't it? I just know that already. Yes, straight away. Yes, multiple times. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
Just
okay.
once.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that before, Cody?
Yeah, I actually grew up.
Wait, really?
I grew up in 10 acres, so when you gotta go, right?
10 acres.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know this was such a common occurrence. Wow.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a good question. You know that you kind of gauge someone's personality whether they've took a dump in a backyard before. Yeah,
Roughing it.
It was our own backyards anyway. That's all I can say. Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was a pretty specific question.
Yeah, no,
so
I like
general.
it. Yeah, that's a good interview question. I like that. Yeah.
I had to show support for the backyard dump.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. And so I think that's enough for you. Let's move on to Cody now. And so I'm gonna say some words, Cody, and tell me if it rings a bell, okay? So like Risky Blue.
Oh my god.
Jenny's a nerd. Any of these titles ring a bell for you?
He went deep.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Yeah.
That is awesome.
You went to the archives there for sure.
I had to.
These are my middle school bands. Oh my gosh.
I love the fact you just pulled that on
Risky Blue in middle school. That was my my first band, and then we morphed into Dinner Party for Three. That was my next band in high school.
Titles there.
Yeah, actually, my drummer, one of my best friends, Ryan, he comes up with the best band names.
He really does, yeah.
I wanted to solicit his advice for our band name, but then Liam said Lad's Holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good name.
Yeah, we had to settle.
Yeah, he has a unique talent for naming bands. Dinner Party for Three is a tight name.
Yeah, that was a good
nice
one. I liked that one.
Yeah. Was that your college band?
Well, it was like high school.
High school.
College.
I mean, you've had multiple bands throughout your
Yeah,
life. So
yeah. I've always played into bands, and that's why moving to San Diego, doing the old like open mics by myself. I'm not much of a singer, so I was like, there's only so much I can do with this.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's see. And so you traveled so many countries. Any memorable trips for you?
Oh yeah, I've been overseas quite a bit. I was just in Italy. Went to 3 cities in Italy. I've been to Africa. I've been.
I didn't know you've been to Africa. That's awesome. I know. When did you do that?
To Africa?
Yeah.
I told you this.
Oh right.
I went with my college football team. We did a bunch of like kind of mission type work. We helped build some orphanages and whatnot, and then we played a football game over there, the first American football game ever in Africa.
What?
And then we also climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, which was amazing.
Well, there you go.
We're the largest group to ever summit in a single group.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's
it was awesome.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know that, so there you go. I learned something new every
Learn
day.
something new every day.
So I mean,
that's awesome.
I've been fortunate enough to travel quite a bit, and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, and let's bring this back to Liam for a little bit too. Is there any significance to the song, Africa by Toto to you?
Mate, that is my straight up jam. 100%, yeah. We in my band back in England, that's one time I'll tell you a funny story about that. We ordered a pizza from Domino's, and the pizza guy turns up, and we'd all been singing Africa and trying to get the harmony right. We were just jamming and having a few drinks and stuff, and we were trying to work out the harmony. And we're doing it down the corridor, the doorbell rings, and me and the guitarist are doing it, and we can't get it, and we open the door, and he stood there with the pizza, And then just out of the blue, for the first time we'd ever done it right, we literally nailed the harmony of the pizza guys. It's like, nice. It was literally the perfect Toto harmony. It was awesome.
You guys gonna ever cover that in any of your shows?
I mean, it's kind of out of our genre, but yeah, I'd love to. I'd do it acoustic. Screw it, you know. But yeah,
I'm gonna say highly doubtful.
Yeah, I'd say highly doubtful. Yeah, unless we play Africa in Africa one day, let's do it for the. What would that be like? Culturally insensitive? I don't know. Like, hey, let's go to Africa and play Africa. But yeah, no, I'm a big fan. I know all the words, so yeah, that's a good karaoke song. Yeah.
Oh, it is for sure.
It's a nailer of a karaoke song. That one.
All right. And so, Cody, I have one last question for you before we'll go on to another segment where I'll just ask more fun questions. Less personal, which would be nice for you guys. But so your last EP, Lads Holiday. It was great. I really liked the cover too. And someone with like the last name, I think it was like Goodwin or something.
Yeah.
Made EP for you, right? How did she come up with that?
Yeah. So that's the girlfriend, and we kind of Lads Holiday. We settled on the kind of the Hawaiian type, like lighthearted vibe. We all wear Hawaiian shirts most of the time when we play. So we wanted the cover to be something fun like that, and that's what she came up with, and that's what we rolled with. And I'm not sure what the next one's going to be. A lot of creative ideas are being thrown around right now, so we'll see what it's going to end up being. But yeah, just like the pineapples, Hawaiian kind of, that's just kind of been our little bit of a vibe when we're playing live on stage.
Yeah, it definitely. I think, and as well, I don't know whether it was on purpose or by accident, we kind of caught the pineapples right before it became a thing. Now, I remember when I first moved here, you wouldn't see people wearing pineapple shirts that much. But then, not long after we did it, I'm not saying we started it by any stretch, God, we didn't start the craze, but you see a lot more, Hawaiian shirts that have got pineapples on. You see a lot more clothes that have got one pineapple logo on it. And
we brought you a hat also.
Yeah,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Snapback there for you. But yeah, the pineapple thing, I think people really like that. And as well, it's because you can't tell that's it doesn't have our name on it right in the front. It's just the pineapple. And people just like the pineapple, So you sell those at shows, and on the back it has the band's name. And
perfect.
They never notice, so they're walking around repping the band. They don't know.
It has our Twitter handle there in the back.
Yeah. But,
subtle advertising right there.
Yeah, but I don't suit them, so I never even wear our own hats because I can't pull off a snapback.
He looks like a dork.
Yeah, I look a dork. I got a big old head, man. That's why.
Snapback, I know dad hats are in right now too. Yeah, that's something to pivot to.
Yeah,
we might have to move into that. Yeah.
I just can't personally rock them, so I haven't bought them.
yeah, seriously, yeah.
Okay, let's move on to a fun question. I think that's enough personal right there. And so, if you were to replace yourself in the band with like another musician or celebrity, who would it be?
Oh, okay. Like dead or alive, or?
Yeah, dead or alive.
Oh, okay. I mean, I said earlier about Queen. I mean, Freddie Mercury would have to be because the showmanship, just the pure voice. It's a different genre. If I was to replace myself right now, and if I died and they had to replace me with anyone, it would be Van McCann from from Catfish and the Bottlemen. Yeah, because his tone, his style of songwriting, everything would just match right up with what we're trying to do. So, yeah.
That's I don't know if I can answer that. I mean, I could say a number of different guitarists.
You gotta say Tom DeLonge.
I mean, I would love to see Tom back in action, and I think he's coming out with a new Angels and Airwaves CD, and he's doing a lot more with his space stuff at the moment.
Very into aliens,
which is pretty cool actually. What he's doing right now, but I mean. Yeah, I could say Adam Hahn from the 1975, or Johnny Bondi from Catfish, or Tom DeLonge, or any of my old kind of like punk, like Jesse Lacey from Brand New was a huge influence on me. So I could see I could replace him with me.
Yeah,
I'm so dyslexic, dude.
That's very honest of you. Yeah,
I say things so backwards all the time.
Yeah, that's the dyslexia.
Yeah, kicking in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. It was great. And before I play. This is actually a KCR exclusive. We have your latest single right here. Off the new EP. We're gonna play
mixed
it.
Or mastered.
No. We were mastering it last night, so if it's little imperfections in there, it might not be the final version, but it's pretty darn close.
Can I say the title too, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, Pineapple's EP.
Oh yeah. Well, that's up in the air, but I think it might be Pineapples.
Awesome.
Just Pineapples.
And so, before we play your new song, where can we find you guys on social media?
We're at Lads Holiday Music on Instagram, ladsholidaymusic.com.
Yeah,
just Lads Holiday on Facebook.
Yeah, and every now and then something on YouTube, but
And
not
Instagram
much
too,
now,
right?
Yeah. Instagram's the main one. Yeah, most of our stuff to do with where we're playing or what's going on is all on.
And
all
that's
on
how I
Instagram.
found you guys.
Yeah, we sell a lot of our merch on.
And that's how we found each other. So
Yeah, perfect. And where, like, shows, you know, do you guys have any upcoming shows?
Yeah, go on. Cody.
November 10th at House of Blues. We're playing the Voodoo Room. We're supporting Sky Terra, who was Best New Artist in San Diego last year. We have a show, I think, December 2nd at 710 Beach Club in Pacific Beach. That'll be a fun one with Electric Mud.
Yeah,
we got a few other tentative gigs that we can't really announce right now, so we'll just leave it with those two.
Understandable. Well, maybe I'll catch you guys at one of your shows, and hopefully any of these listeners, you know, go to one of your shows too. You guys got great music, and we're about to play one of your songs right now.
Beautiful. Thanks, Christian.
No problem. All right. Well, that was my interview with Lads Holiday. You guys enjoy their new song, Use You.
Driving